Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. I have zero plans, as was my intention, and I'm here today to start a New Year's Eve and New Year's Day reading vlog. Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. It is 8:30 on Sunday morning, December 31st, New Year's Eve, and today is the start of my last 2 days off work before we jump back into the normal routine. I have no plans, no homework still, and I wanted to take advantage of ending the year off very relaxed with no plans, to spend the day doing some reading as well as just relaxing and organizing for the new year. So I do want to read 2 books today. Both of them are pretty short. I don't anticipate either one taking me very long to get through. And then aside from that, I've got a puzzle that I want to start out there. I need to do some journal, like YouTube planning. I would like to organize like my monthly calendar and get some other things prepped for the new year that are currently out of my brain, but they will come back to me later, I'm sure, as I'm getting organized. So in the midst of all that though, I do want to read 2 books. The first book that I want to read is For Found Dead. I got this book on Black Friday. It is a young adult thriller about someone who gets murdered in a movie theater that is closing forever. So it's like their last day of work and somebody is murdered in this mall where this movie theater is, and they are all trapped in the mall, I think. It looks really interesting. I read this author's book 5 Total Strangers and actually really enjoyed it. So when I saw this one for like buy one get one 50% off on Black Friday, I snatched it up. I do have the audiobook for it and it is less than 8 hours long. So I plan to start this one in just a couple of minutes when I go to the gym to run a couple of miles on the treadmill. So this is my first goal. It should not take me too long, especially with the audiobook. And then my second goal is to read a romance novella called Thunder Thighs by Evie Mitchell. I have 3 books by this author either on my Kindle or physically, and I have not read anything by the author yet. So today I'm just gonna jump in with this novella. I'm sure it's gonna be cute and spicy and fun, and that's gonna end my 2023 reading, which I think will get me to 142 books for the year, or 143 books for the year, which is great. No, I lied. It'll get me to 147 books for the year. So can't complain about that. The light from the blinds, it's coming up on my face, it's fine. So that's the plan. I do have one 5-star anticipated read that I plan to binge tomorrow during live sprints that I'm posting to kick off the new year. And then I have a second book that is shorter, and I also have an audiobook for it that I will be starting tomorrow as well. But the goal is to end this year having no current reads. I will share my anticipated books for the new year to kick off the new year with y'all tomorrow morning before sprint starts. But that is the plan. I am gonna go to the gym for a little bit. I'm gonna go out and get breakfast. I need to run to Kroger, and then I'm back here for the rest of the day doing nothing but relaxing and reading and having a good time, hopefully. So that is my plan, but I will hop back in here in a couple of hours. I'll update y'all every several hours today and tomorrow, probably through dinner-ish time is my plan for tomorrow. I would like to wrap this up at a decent time so I can edit it and get it ready to upload hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. So that is the goal, but I will hop back in here in a couple of hours when I have made some progress in my books and my relaxing productivity stuff, and I will talk to y'all then. All right, y'all, I'm in here, hopping in here for my first update. It is 11:44, so a little bit over 3 hours have passed since I first started this vlog. I did go to the gym. I ran, yikes, sorry, 1 second. I ran 2 miles on the treadmill. I'm trying to like up my pace every time I do it, just like a little bit. So I did 2 miles today, and my fastest time, which is good. I'm not a huge like gym person, but I'm trying to work out more consistently. And yeah, that's where I am right now. While I was working out, I also was listening to For Found Dead and have made it to page 66 / chapter 9, so I am making progress in it. This is about a group of teenagers who work at this movie theater, and it is their last night working here because it is closing down. And for some reason they get locked in the movie theater. All the lights are off. They can't figure out what's going on, and somebody so far has ended up dead. They think it's their boss who has killed this person, but I'm gonna guess that's not correct because that would be way too easy. So we'll see what ends up happening. It's interesting so far. Our main character, I don't even know what her name is, to be honest. Jo. Her name is Jo. She has gone through something traumatic in the past with her sister and a gun. So I'm guessing there was murder involved, potentially. I just don't quite know what yet because we haven't been given that information. But this is interesting so far. I am enjoying it and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes after this. But I also went out and grabbed breakfast at my favorite coffee shop over in East Nashville. And then I ran to Kroger to grab some stuff to make pizza tonight. And now I'm back. I also did my nails for New Year's Eve. They do not look amazing. They're not my best work. But like Target has these decals nowadays where they're just like, you put them on your nails and it's like a big sticker. And it's easier than me doing my own nails and cheaper than me getting them done some more professionally, so I can't complain. But yeah, I did my nails really quickly, did some stretches because I could already feel my hamstrings tightening up. But now I'm gonna go out and work on my puzzle while I keep listening to this for a little bit. Then I'm gonna take a break and watch some TV while I work on the puzzle, and we'll see what happens after that. But so far it's been a productive morning. I'm looking forward to the rest of the day. I'm gonna make some pizza tonight. I got pepper and some mozzarella cheese and flatbread and pizza sauce, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple of hours to do that. But yeah, that's my update so far. I need to listen to this though for a minute because I need to finish this before midnight tonight because I also want to read my novella as well, and I would ideally like to get this done before it's dark outside because sometimes like listening to books is a little bit hard when like the lights go down, the sun goes down, and you know, creepy vibes, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna binge this for a little bit while I go start that puzzle, and I'll hop back in here in a few hours with an update.
Lặng nhìn anh chờ mong anh mà anh hững hờ, từng đêm nhớ từng tin nhắn không ai biết được. Em cũng chỉ cần một chút hơi ấm của anh, but that's enough. Your item moves, it's over tonight.
All right, y'all, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just finished For Found Dead. I'm giving this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It took a turn. The plot twist is really what gets me, and that's what got me with 5 Total Strangers when I read that one either earlier this year or late last year. The plot twists come out of nowhere, and I think if maybe I was paying attention to different areas, I might have been able to figure it out. But what I was thinking is not what happened, and I love that in my thrillers. So I wrapped this book up. I'm giving it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it and definitely want to read more from this author because I think Natalie is very underrated, and I've enjoyed 2 of the books that I have read from her so far. So man, I love that. That was fun. If you're looking for like a quick, twisty, exciting thriller, would recommend this one. Very much has like cat and mouse vibes to it. And although like the killer, the like main killer was I mean obvious, even though I didn't think that it would be. Like it says like on the back of the book kind of like who the first killer is going to be. Something else happens that just changes everything, and it's crazy. It's so much fun. I really enjoyed this book. Would recommend. But while I was listening to this book, the rest of it, I actually pretty much listened to this whole book. I think I read the first 67 pages before I sat down and work on this puzzle, and I have now almost completed it. Say not quite. I'll do a better like scan through of it in a second once I'm done with this clip. But I pretty much did this whole puzzle while I was listening to this book. So definitely a fun way to pass the time. I'm gonna take a break from reading for a little bit, eat some lunch, and I don't know, do some planning stuff maybe for a little while before I start the novella. But I do plan to finish this puzzle today. And I'm excited because I've never done a puzzle in one day before. And I don't think I've ever finished a full puzzle like this by myself. So that's exciting. I'll hop back in here later tonight, probably with another update. By then I should have started my novella. But until then, I don't know. I will see you all later. Good evening, y'all. It has been 4 hours since my last update. It is now 7:30. I have not read anything since my last update, but I did film 2 videos for January, which is good. I picked out some hopefuls from my shelf to read for January, which is good. And I did some content planning for January, which is good. So I do feel like I was productive. I did organize my bookshelf a little bit. I don't have any room left, but I'm gonna have to make some room sooner rather than later. So I try to do that a little bit in my last clip. Right now, I'm about to make some pizza for dinner. I've got some flatbread and tomato or pizza sauce and peppers and cheese. And I'm gonna make some pizza to eat for tonight. And after I finish making my pizza, I will go ahead and start my final book for 2024. I did get my Kindle all charged and ready to go so that I can hopefully binge Thunder Thighs by Evie Mitchell over in our sunroom. I did not finish the puzzle, which is okay. I can finish it tomorrow or later this week. I did pretty much the whole puzzle today, so I feel like that's a big accomplishment for me. I'll probably hop back in here one more time to end off 2023. I do have my first 2 books for next year, for tomorrow, planned. They're sitting on my shelf in my bedroom. I would love to read both of them tomorrow, but realistically it's not gonna happen because I think the one book is probably just a little bit too long to read alongside a second book within like a 1-day period. But that's okay, we'll see what ends up happening. That's my plan for the rest of the night. Pizza, then book. Then whenever I finish my book, I'll just relax or do whatever until I decide to go to bed. I don't think I'm gonna stay up till midnight. I would like to wake up tomorrow and work out. And I gotta run to the post office. The self-service stations are open 24/7 where I live. So I'm gonna go drop off some books that I have sold / Stasia's Christmas present that it's late. That is late, I think is what I meant to say, but it's fine. She will get it soon, hopefully. Yeah, so I'd like to go to bed at my normal-ish time, but we'll see. I would love to stay up till midnight. I don't think I've stayed up till midnight in years, if ever, for New Year's Eve. I think I went to a New Year's Eve party one time in high school. Yeah, I think I went to one. No, I think it was my freshman year of college that I went to a New Year's Eve party. And I just don't see the appeal in staying up till midnight every night. I would love to occasionally do it, but for the most part, I'm like, I prefer to go to bed at my normal time. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I might sleep a little bit later, but I do still want to get up early tomorrow, especially because I am doing live sprints for pretty much the whole day, but we will see. I'll hop back in here. I just said that a little bit ago, I think, one more time. Hopefully, once I finish Thunder Thighs, I need to finish it today. It should not take me very long to read. It's like 141 pages. So I'll hop back in here when I'm done with it with a synopsis and my quick review of the book. I think it'll be an easy read to finish off the year, and hopefully I can start off 2024 very strong. But I will talk to you all in a couple of hours.
Is it real? Oh baby don't say you. Mình đã có biết bao buồn vui, đã có lúc một kèm mối quay. You and I. Những ký ức khiến ta mệt.
Alright y'all, it is 9:55. I just finished reading Thunder Thighs. It was cute, nothing spectacular. I gave it 3 stars. It was a quick read, had its happy moments, had its little bit of stressful moments, but overall fun, fast, spicy, enjoyable enough. So I gave that book 3 stars. I have 2 other books by Evie Mitchell on one on my Kindle and one on my bookshelf that I have not read yet, but I will definitely be getting to them soon because I did have a good time with this one. Novellas are just hard for me to fall too deeply in love with because we don't get the full length of a novel to fall in love with the characters and like really dive into their stories. And while I have enjoyed some novellas, I feel as though I do give most of the novellas that I do read 3 stars. Tends to be like the average for me. Sorry, there we go. So I finished this one. This is about our main characters, Gunnar and Ella, I believe. Ella has lived in Capricorn Cove her whole life. She's a business owner and she meets Gunnar and immediately sparks fly. This is very much an insta love story. They fall for each other. He is a ship and boat repair person, merchant guy, and he's not from where she's from, and so they have to figure out, like, is their relationship more than just a fling? Is it just a summer thing? You know, who's going to have to make concessions to make what they have work? And it was fun. It was good. Very insta-lovey, which is not my favorite trope, but good. A fun way to end off my 2023 reading. It is 10 o'clock. I'm going to start editing this video and then I'm gonna go to bed so I can get up tomorrow and work out / go to the post office and get ready for some live sprints where I'll hopefully read a bunch during the day. Soak in the last day of Christmas / holiday break before the new year, and you know, we all go back to normal. But that's all that I have for tonight. I'll hop back in here first thing tomorrow morning though with my 2024 plans to start off the new year, and hopefully the books will be good. They're highly anticipated for me. Fingers crossed they end up being great. I think they will be, but I will hop back in here tomorrow morning with those book announcements. Happy 2024, y'all. I hope for anybody who went out last night that you stayed safe. But I'm here this morning to quickly share my first book of 2024. I said yesterday that I wanted to read 2 books today. I changed my mind. I think I'm just going to binge the longer book and then relax for the rest of the day. That way, once this book is done, I can edit this vlog and get it uploaded. I also think that I can binge most, if not all, of this book during live sprints that I'm hosting in 13 minutes. It is 9:47 right now, and I'm starting sprints at 10 a.m. Central Time. But my first book of 2024, which is a very highly anticipated book for me, dare I even say a 5-star anticipated read, is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This is a thriller. I have read all of Riley Sager's books except for this one, and I have given 2 of them 5 stars, 2 of them 4 stars, 1 of them 3.5 stars, but I do have high hopes for this one. No, I gave 3 of his book 5 stars because The House Across the Lake was one that I also gave 5 stars when I read it last year. Anyway, I really enjoy Riley Sager's books. I haven't given them all 5 stars, but he never fails to captivate me with his thrillers. His female main characters leave a lot to be desired, but I've heard that his newest release that's coming out this year in 2024 has a male main character, so that's good because I don't think that he writes his female character super well, except for in The Last Time I Lied. I do think that that main character was fine. She was great. The other ones are not the best, but I still eat his books up and have very high hopes for this one. I have no idea what it's about, to be honest. I just buy whatever he releases. So in a couple of hours, I will hop back in here and share a better synopsis with y'all. I know I'm late to the train on this one. I feel like everybody has already read it, but I do want to read it before his new book comes out this summer, and it's the only one of his that I haven't read, so I figured why not start off 2024 with a book that I think is going to be really good. So fingers crossed for me. I'll hop back in here soon with an update, and we'll see how much progress I can make in this book today. Let's see if I can finish it maybe before sprints are over, but we will see. All right, y'all, I am officially 100 pages in to the only one left. It is 12:50 and I am about a fourth of the way through the book. Progress is definitely going a little bit slower than I had planned, but as I'm getting into the book, it is picking up and I'm able to speed up the audiobook a little bit as I get used to the narration. So far, it's very interesting. It is about this woman named Kit who is an in-home caregiver for elderly people, and she has been given a new assignment after being on suspension from her job to take care of this woman named Lenora, who has been accused when she was a teenager of killing her parents and her sister. And there's this whole nursery rhyme that the kids in the town made up about her, and since that murder, she has lived a very secluded life. She has suffered multiple strokes. She is very much immobile. She can use her left hand, and that is about it. She cannot speak because of the effects of the strokes, and she's like in her 70s now, I believe, and it is the 1980s, I think, and Kit is in her home taking care of her, and she's learning more about their past. She is trying to figure out if Lenora really did kill her family, because she keeps going back and forth on if she believes it or if she doesn't, and there's just something that's not quite right. The old nurse who was working before her has disappeared and all of her stuff is still in her room, although they said that she left of her own accord. I don't think Kit believes that anymore after finding all of her stuff still in her room that she is now sleeping in. That's connected to Lenora's room as the caregiver. And yeah, there's like an air of mystery. There is very much a gothic aesthetic to this book with the creepy old house with mysteries in it. Kit has a little bit of a past as well involving the death of a patient, which was a huge plot twist already within the first 80 pages of the book, because I was not expecting what happened to happen, so that was great. I am really enjoying it so far though. I think I will be able to finish it today, hopefully during live sprints if I just continue to listen to it while I'm doing other things, whether that's sitting here or cleaning up a little bit or whatever, making lunch. So I'll probably update y'all one more time once I do finish the book to end out this vlog. But I'm very curious to see what ends up happening with this book and the twists and turns that we take and the mystery that ends up being revealed at some point. I think it's gonna be a good one though, because so far it's shaping up to be that way. But I'll hop back in here one more time to end the readathon. It is, like I already said, 12:53 now. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this one up within the next couple of hours on audio, and I'll hop back in here later whenever I do to end this vlog. Hopefully it'll be a good book to start off the year with, but right now I predict that that will be the case. So yeah, I will hop back in here in a little bit with my final updates. All right, y'all, it is 8:15 on New Year's Day, and it is time for me to wrap up this reading vlog. I did end up finishing the only one left a couple of hours ago, and I gave this book, after some reflection, 3.5 stars. I really messed up, I think, when I continually talked about this book on live sprints today, because I ended up thinking what I thought one of the plot twists might be, like before I even hit the 50% mark or even the 100-page mark, and I ended up being right. There were some twists that I was not expecting, but I feel as though me talking about it so much screwed me over, because I did end up guessing like one of the biggest plot twists in the book. I also thought that it was a little bit long at times and slow, and I did find myself losing interest occasionally, not super often, but I did like twiddle with my phone a lot while I was reading this book, trying to find other things to do while listening to kind of help. So that was a little bit frustrating, but overall I did like it. It was fun. Not the 5-star anticipated read that I thought it would be to kick off the new year, but I didn't hate it. So I guess that is a plus. But yeah, my first book of the year is done. I am on track to complete my 2024 reading goal, which is great. So yay, I love that. But because it is 8 o'clock on New Year's Day, I must get ready to go to bed since I have work again in the morning. Back to regular life, although at least I do not have school for a little while, so that should help with reading and filming time. But that is all that I have for today's video. Let me know if you read anything fun to kick off 2024. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.